Welcome, good morning. And we're going to begin today in a comfortable seated position. So get yourself situated on the mat, take your time. Maybe lay a blanket out on your mat. And just find a comfortable sitting position that works well for you, where you're nice and comfortable and you feel at ease. Feel nice and rooted, grounded down into the mat. And bring the tops of your hands to your knees. Sit up nice and tall. Let your eyes gently close. As you start to slow your breath down, exhaling fully out through the mouth, or taking a fresh inhale through the nose. And just take a few moments to get to this comfortable position. So maybe you need to readjust a couple of times, shake it out, try to maybe take a couple of big to let some stuff go, set some stuff aside so that you are here on your mat for your practice and leaving all other thoughts aside for the moment. So take your time, settle in. There's no rush here. And take a few breaths where your exhale, and keeping your teeth together with your tongue in front, letting it out with a little sound. So that's going to elongate your breath and really give you a nice deep exhale. So just do about 3 or 4 breaths like that where you're exhaling with that sound. And finish the cycle you're on right now, and then continue back to your normal breathing. Now drop the tops of your hands down to the mat. And inhale, sweeping the arms up. So like you're scooping like sand on either side of you and lifting it up, reaching for both sides. Bring your hands up and overhead, fingertips touch. Exhale, bring hands to heart center. Inhale, sending those palms up. Exhale, breaking open, bringing the arms down. Inhale, lifting the arms up. Let that reach help you grow taller. Exhale, keep that length as you bring hands to heart center. Inhale, sending those palms up. Exhale, opening out. Gaze comes down as your arms come down. Continue on like that. Inhale, lifting up. Exhale, hands to heart. Inhale, sending the palms up. Exhale out. Let your breath guide your movement through this cycle. Do one more cycle. Inhale, reaching up high. And pause a moment with the tops of your hands on the mat as you sit up nice and tall. Inhale, scooping the arms up. Exhale, bring your right hand to the mat. Left arm reaches straight up. Big breath in. Exhale, reach that arm over to the right. Exhale, bring that left hand down and walk your hands back to front and back up to seated. Dropping the tops of your hands down to the mat. Inhale, scooping the arms up. Exhale, bringing your left hand down, reaching over to the left with your right arm. Actually, reach straight up first. Excuse me. Take a breath in. Exhale, now reach over to the left. And exhale, bringing that hand down and walking your hands back to front. Then bring the tops of your hands back to your knees. Fingertips just nice and loose as you sit here. And just notice in your body how good that felt to just really stretch and open up each side. Big breath in. Let it out. And drop the tops of your hands back down to the mat. Inhale, sweeping the arms up. Exhale, bringing your left hand to your right knee and right arm to the mat behind you. Inhale, lengthen just a little bit more. Exhale, releasing the twist. Dropping the tops of your hands down. Inhale, lifting up. Exhale, twisting to the other side. Inhale, lengthen. Let's go taller. Exhale, releasing the twist. Extend both legs straight out in front. Place your hands on your thighs. Take a big breath in. Exhale, slide the hands forward. Folding forward at the hips and pausing here. Inhale, rising up, slide your hands back up your thighs, dropping the tops of your hands down to the mat. Inhale, lifting up. Exhale, forward fold. There's an option here to keep legs straight. You can also bring the knees up slightly and feel the same stretch. Inhale to gently rise. And draw your left foot up to your knee. Just move it over to the left just a little bit. Inhale, reaching the arms up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale to gently rise. Now we'll switch, bringing the right foot up. Extend the left leg long, again moving it off to the side just a little bit. Inhale, sweeping the arms up. And we move it out to the side, so when we exhale and forward fold, it's off to the side and out of their way instead of wrapping your arm around here. Both arms are going to be together. And let your fingertips just fall to your leg wherever they are as you hinge forward at the hips. There's no particular goal of touching the toes or beyond, just the motion of folding forward, hinging at the hips, and letting your hands fall down to the leg wherever they land. Inhale to gently rise. And bring both feet up. We're going to soles your feet together. Clasp your hands together, wrapping them around your toes, and scoot your heels into your lap. Just this far. I'm probably not going to go all the way in. Also play with what's comfortable on the stretch and on your knees here. So kind of play with that length, finding what works for you and what's comfortable. And when you have that, clasp your hands together, wrapping around the toes, and just sit up nice and tall. And if you feel like your shoulders are crunched, let go of your toes and maybe bring your hands to your knees. Open up the shoulders, or to your ankles. Big breath in. Exhale. We're going to hinge forward at the hips, so leading with the chest, coming down. Keep the back nice and straight and the chin lifted as you come down. Pause when you can't go any further. Take a big breath in. Exhale. Now you can drop the head, round the back, and just surrender forward. And use your hands to gently lift you back up. Bring your knees together. Just hug your knees into your chest while sitting up nice and tall and bring the shoulders back. Big breath in. And exhale, you can rally back, drop the head. One more breath here. Let it out. And we'll move to hands and knees on the mat. So take your time again. Setting up. Making sure you got some cushion or padding under your knees if you need it. And spread your fingertips wide as you place your hands on the mat. Really press a lot of force into the mat with your hands, like bend the elbows so you feel that connection between your hands and the mat and how that helps with your range of motion. A moment here, just moving the hips around, again bending the elbows, just finding any movements that feel good, help loosen you up, get any kinks out. Press your hands into the mat. Keep your head and neck nice and long as you look down at the mat. Just breathe here. Take a big breath in. Exhale. Inhale, gently drop the belly, lift the head. Exhale, dropping the head, rounding the back, tucking the chin to the chest. Inhale up to cow pose. Exhale to cat. Let your breath guide you back and forth in this movement. Feel free to add any other additional movements that feel good. Wagging your tail. One more cycle. And then from hands and knees, bring your big toes together. Bring your knees as wide as the mat. And sit back on your heels, bringing your forehead down to the mat for child's pose. So feel free to have your knees together if that's a more comfortable variation of child's pose. One more breath in child's pose. And then we'll come back to hands and knees. And back to hands and knees. And head and neck nice and long. Look down at the mat. And bend the elbows, start to lower down. And inhale, pushing into the mat. Bring you up and lift, raising the left arm straight up. Exhale, bring the hand down. Sweep it across the mat. Lay your shoulder down and slide your right hand forward. And slide your right hand back next to your face, pressing into the mat to lift off that shoulder. And coming back to hands and knees. Take a big breath in. Exhale, bend the elbows, lowering down just about halfway. Inhale, pressing back up and raising the right arm up. Exhale, bringing the hand down, sweeping it across the mat, laying the shoulder down and sliding the left arm forward. And slide your hand back down, pressing into the mat, so lift off that shoulder. Coming back to hands and knees, and sit back on your heels for child's pose, whatever variation is comfortable for you. This is a resting pose, so you should be very comfortable and at ease. One more breath here, we'll come back to hands and knees on the mat. Now from hands and knees, we're going to move into downward facing dog. So bring your toes to the mat. And press your feet into the mat, lifting the knees and setting your heels back, coming into downward facing dog. Just take a few breaths here, pedal the feet out if that feels good for you. Again, exploring any movement, any particular stretches that feel good to you. And gently walk your feet up to meet your hands to hang down in forward fold. So knees are bent, top half of the body hangs nice and heavy. Inhale, halfway lift, so bring your hands up to your knees, looking straight ahead. Exhale, forward fold. Bend the knees and sink the hips back just a little bit as you start to rise all the way up. And then the knife are the last to come up, followed by the arms reaching up and overhead. Exhale, bring hands to heart center. Pause here, let your eyes close. Begin to slow your breath down. A big breath in. Sigh it out. Make sure you got a nice playful bend in the knees and inhale, sweeping the arms up. Clasp your hands together with pointer finger and thumb facing up. open the elbows out to each side. Big inhale. Exhale, bend over to the right. Inhale to lift up. Exhale, bending to the left. As you really engage your core muscles here as you lift back up. And bend back and forth to each side. Do once more to each side. And take a big breath in. Exhale, bringing the arms down. Clasp your hands behind your back, pressing the arms down. Take a big breath in. Exhale, gently bringing your chin to your chest. Inhale, gently lifting the gaze. Exhale, release the hands. Kind of wiggle the fingers, shake it out a little bit. Inhale, sweeping the arms up. Exhale, bring your left hand to your right hip and right arm comes behind. Exhale to release the twist. And then just press your fingers, reach your fingers down to the floor with your palms facing forward. As your feet into the mat, knees slightly bent. Look straight ahead with your chin just lifted, just slightly. Inhale, lifting the arms. Exhale, bringing your right hand to your left hip and left arm comes behind. Exhale, gently release the twist, coming back to that standing mountain pose. Inhale, sweeping the arms up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Plant your hands on the mat on either side of your feet. Step your right foot back. Gently bring the knee down. Unfolding the foot. And use your hands or fingertips to press up, bringing, you can kind of come up slowly, coming to your knee first, or bringing your hands to heart center. So if you're new to yoga or you just had kind of a busy weekend, just take your time getting up and coming from hands, bringing your hand to the knee, and just get into the pose with as much ease as you can. Inhale, sending the palms up. Exhale, just bringing the right arm down, left arm reaches up. Exhale, bringing that left hand down. Then walk the hands back, coming onto your left heel. Just a little bit. Feeling that stretch through your shin and your calf. And bend the knee, walk the hands back forward. Press your hands into the mat. You're going to come back onto that right leg. And gently, you're going to send your front foot back behind you. Then bring your knees down and come into child's pose. One more breath in child's pose, and then we'll meet back in downward facing dog. And take your time, come back to hands and knees, come onto your toes, lift the hips, and set the heels back for downward facing dog. And gently walk the feet up to meet your hands, hanging down in forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, pressing the feet into the mat. Slowly rising all the way up. And pausing here, letting your eyes close. Big breath in, side out. Inhale, sweeping the arms up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Plant your hands and step the left foot back. Bring the knee down. And bring your hands to your knees as you gently come up. You have your balance here. Bring your hands together at heart center. And press into that left knee to help you grow taller. Looking straight ahead. Inhale, sending the palms up. Exhale, bringing the left hand down, right arm reaches up. Exhale, bring the right hand down. Then gently walk your hands back to straighten your leg, coming onto your heel, just until you feel that stretch. And walk the hands back forward, bending the knee. Pressing your hands into the mat, come back onto your left leg. Send your front foot back and bring your knees down. Sitting back on your heels for child's pose. Take one more breath in child's pose and we'll come back to downward facing dog. Moving nice and gently. Bring your toes up, lifting the hips and knees, and bring the heels back for downward facing dog. And gently walk the feet underneath the hands, sitting down and forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, pressing into the feet to rise all the way up. Pause in mountain pose. With your feet about hip width distance apart. Inhale, sweep the arms up. Exhale, bringing hands to heart center. Bend the knees and sink the hips back, coming into chair pose. Inhale to rise back up. Now notice your breath when we do this pose, and this is something I am entirely guilty of sometimes. When you stand back up, do you feel as though maybe you were holding your breath while you were in chair pose? Concentrating on your balance and strength. So just something to notice and be aware of. So let's try that again. Inhale, sweeping the arms up. Exhale, bringing hands to heart center, sink back in chair. Remember to breathe. Inhale to rise. Now cross your right leg over your left. Inhale, sweeping the arms up. Exhale, forward fold, nice and gentle. You can bring your hands down, hanging down, or you can also bring them to a chair or a piece of furniture in front of you or to the wall, just to come halfway. You're still going to feel the stretch. Inhale to gently rise up. uncrossing the feet. And we'll cross in the other direction. Left foot over right. Inhale, sweeping the arms up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale to gently rise up and uncross the feet. Now what we're going to do is we're going to combine those last two poses, chair pose and that twisted forward fold. So cross your right foot over your left again, this time coming onto your toes. So you're going to take your time, find your balance, breathe. Inhale, reaching the arms up. Exhale, bring hands to heart center, sink back into that chair pose with your legs crossed. So you can always bring your toes down to help with balance. And then start to experiment with lifting them off the mat. Inhale to rise. Exhale, unwinding. And crossing the left over the right. And under the toes. Let's find your balance here first. Inhale, sweeping the arms up. Exhale, bringing hands to heart center, sitting back. And starting with your toes down, you're going to see if you can lift them off, bring them back down if you need to. Find your balance. Remember to breathe. Remember to smile. I sometimes neglect smiling during my practice. I'm so focused. So smile, have fun. Lift back up and unwind. And just walk, shift your feet back and forth. And bring your feet back about hip width distance apart. Inhale, lifting the arms up. Exhale, diving down, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Plant your hands on either side of your feet. Step your feet back. Bring your knees down, sinking back on your heels for child's pose. One more breath in child's pose here. And gently rise back up to hands and knees. Walk your knees forward. Just sit back. Your bottom. And gently lower yourself all the way down. Again, take your time. Get there with ease. There's no rush to get into a pose, to get anywhere. So the soles of your feet on the mat with your knees up. From one hand to your heart, one hand to your belly. And just take a moment here. Slow your breath down. Feel your heartbeat. Let's take 3 big breaths with that exhale. Extend your arms open to the side. A big breath in. Exhale, let your knees fall to the left as you turn your head to the right. Exhale to release the twist. Big breath in. Exhale, let your knees fall to the right as you turn your head to the left. Exhale, gently releasing the twist. And drop both knees into your chest. Wrap your arms around, really hug them in. Just find what feels good here. Sometimes it feels good just to be completely still, hugging your knees in. It feels good to rock back and forth and make small circles with your knees. Place a hand on both knees, gently opening your knees up to the side. And slide your hands down your calves to grab your ankle, arch your foot or your big toe, opening up the legs, coming into happy baby. Again, this is a pose where you just find what really feels good for you. Maybe rocking back and forth, maybe just finding complete stillness. Maybe different for every practice that you do. Just find what fits for you in this moment. Gently bring your feet in, bring your knees together, and then just hugging them in. And extend your left leg long, just hugging in the right knee. And gently open it up, off to the left, or the right, excuse me. And reach over with your left hand. Guide your knee across your body to the left. Let your hip come up. So turn your head to the right. Exhale to gently release the twist. Inhale, squeeze that knee in. Exhale, lay your leg long on the mat. And gently draw in your left knee. Opening it up to the left. And reach your hand over, grabbing that knee. Gently guide it across your body to the right as you turn your head to the left. Exhale, releasing the twist. Inhale, hug that knee in. And exhale, right long on the mat. Coming into our final resting pose, so make any adjustments you need to get yourself comfortable. And the blanket on you, bringing a pillow over. Just get yourself situated. And when you're there, let your eyes gently close. Maybe slow your breath down. If it feels good, take a couple of those breaths with that shh sound. Like someone's letting all the air out and you feel just relaxed. Maybe find your mind starting to wander to a variety of different thoughts. Just imagine each one of those thoughts in a cloud as you're watching the clouds pass by. Not ignoring those thoughts. You're not letting them necessarily affect how you feel right now. Just notice them. They pass on by. As you continue to lie here in your Shavasana and relax, I want to share with you my daily stoicism for today. My book that I'm reading each day has just a short little stoicism piece of advice, and this morning's was about perfection and the duality of thinking. Something is not good, that must mean it's bad, or it's not perfect, then it's a complete failure, and just how detrimental that can be to your mental health. I'm trying to let go of the idea of perfectionism. Perfectionism rarely begets perfection, and which can lead to disappointment. And we can find this in various areas of our life. Applying to the practice of yoga, the frustration we can feel when our balance is off during our practice, when it's on a particular day, a pose is more difficult, feeling frustrated or feeling like a failure because you can't get into a certain pose, and just letting go of that idea. It's in yoga and our practice, and we call it practice for a reason. It's something we need to continually do and practice and refine. And no effort is ever wasted. Whether you come to your mat for an hour, whether you come to your mat for 5 minutes, no effort is ever wasted. Every moment you take to practice is it's going to show up in your body, in your mind, in your spirit. It's going to contribute to your overall wellness and mindfulness. So any negative feelings you may be holding over your practice today, anything that was difficult or frustrating, just take a big breath in. I want you to just sigh it out, just let it go. And seal in today's practice, taking one more breath with that sound, just elongating and feeling that calming sound. It's almost like an ocean sound. So let's take a deep breath in, let it out. We can invite you to stay in your Shavasana for as long as you would like before getting up and moving on with your day. Thank you for practicing with me today. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. So remember to stay safe, stay healthy, and always be kind. Namaste.